Hey, it's Tori, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going back to the band VENUES. Now, I've only ever checked out one song from them so far, but I really liked everything I heard. They just dropped a brand new single called Cravings, and I'm really curious to hear this. So without further ado, let's just dive right in and check this song out together. That's Oh, goodness. I feel like they should have had a trigger warning at the beginning of this song just for people who have battled addiction and are sober now. But I was not expecting that intro right there where it just went super, super hard. But I also really love the transition they did with where she was, completely out of it and she just fell off the sofa and then into like her friends or lovers or whoever this other woman is to her into her arms, and then it goes back to being happy and living her life and all of that good stuff. Wow. I know, no pauses during guitar solos, so we're gonna go back into it. But this song, while I personally have never dealt with addiction myself, I have known people that have been addicted to substances or other things. And it kind of reminds me of a friendship that I used to have as a teen. I met this girl when I was quite young. We just moved to our second home. And she had a lot of childhood trauma and a lot of mental health issues that nobody seemed to care or to help with. And so she did eventually end up turning to drugs. And honestly, she started leading me down the wrong path. And you, as that person yourself, you have to be the one to wake up and to see what's going on and get yourself out of it. And sometimes people are really bad influences on you and you don't personally see it, and everybody around you sees it, and they try and warn you, but nothing they say will change anything until you personally see what's going on and you get yourself out and you move on from it, which is what I personally had to do. Unfortunately, I had to end that friendship. I had to stay away and tell this girl, look, You know, I've tried to be here for you. I really have tried. And there's only so much I can do. But I can't do any more. I can't. And I can't risk my life for yours anymore. And I ended the friendship. And I think I ended it when I was like 18, 19. And unfortunately, a few years later, she did end up succumbing and she did end up unaliving herself to an overdose. And while it may sound harsh and it may sound unfair of me to say, for her, it honestly just it wasn't surprising to me that that is how it ended for her, because honestly, that person who is in that addiction needs to be the one to say to themselves, I want to live, I want to get out of it, I want to move on. And there's only so much you can do as the person from the outside. And I did that. I did my best. And yes, I still do feel guilty about it sometimes. But, you know, there's really nothing I could have done. There really isn't anything I personally could have done to help her move on from it. So, it's hard. It's a hard subject. It's yeah. Don't let her in. Don't do it. For your own sanity, do not do it. I feel like she's gonna let her back in, and then the circle is just gonna start again when she's just worked so hard to get herself sober. Oh, gosh. Those vocals. While it may be a difficult subject, it is one that does need to be approached and talked about. This video really did break my heart, you know, because having that addictive personality, it must be super, super hard to get yourself away from something like that, especially when this bad influence that you've worked so hard to get away from and get yourself sober from then just like pops up back in your life, and then you have a hard time saying no to them, and you know, or you feel guilty saying no and you don't want to end that friendship even though you know it's bad for you. Just like we were talking about earlier, I am live streaming right now and I am recording this reaction during that live stream, and we were talking about how cutting out toxic people is, you know, sometimes the best thing to do for your own health and your own sanity. And while I've personally never had to battle really any addictions in that way, I have known people that have either succumbed to it, or, you know, there is a big YouTuber that I am good friends with that I know she won't mind me bringing this up because she talks about it herself in her battle, and that's just Jen. And I am so incredibly proud of her and how far she has come and has battled that addiction. And she will be the first one to tell you all about her life and the struggles and the addictive personality and just how hard it can be. And I think she's like 8, 9 years sober now, if I'm correct. And I'm so incredibly proud of her and thankful that she was able to get herself out and to focus on herself and her family and her channel and do better. And yeah, sometimes it doesn't work out like that, and it hurts and it's sad, but it's a mental illness at the end of the day, and there does need to be better help out there for any mental illness, not just addiction, for everything. And this was a very strong, poignant song, and it's definitely made me want to check out more from VENUES. I've really loved the two I've heard so far. I know my husband is a big fan, so he's probably heard this already, but yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe to become a Taurian. Speaking of becoming a Taurian, all of my social media links and my Discord link are down in the description. We'd absolutely love for you to come hang out in the Discord community, and I will see you guys in the next video. Rock on.